Let me start with the page for this type of table, because on open page trigger, this code must be there for this particular type of table. Reset, if not rec.get, then init insert. Why? We will only be having one record for the setup tables, ideally named the application area, then setup. For example, general ledger setup, sales and receivables setup. Then it will have a primary key of code 20. So this is where that record is stored, which will be blank, because when you do .get, you can always get without just doing, when you say the record.get, it will give you the information in that setup table, and the page inserts one record. It should not allow modification. This particular page, where is the page? It should not be deleting, not allowed, insertion, not allowed. It should only allow modification. That's what I meant to mean. And not all tables with setup are setup tables. Like you can see, this is queue setup, or we have other setup tables like user setup exceptions that have more than one record. But every application area should have a setup table. Most common, sales and receivables setup. In the administration, with its one record here, what we have is the blank primary key, but only modification is allowed, no insertion, no deletion, and it contains configuration settings for the entire application area, and uh, it will have table relations to many supplemental tables, ideally. In some cases, master tables, but mostly supplemental tables, and most number series information, number series setup to relate to the number series table, and several other setups. So they will use a card page, as you have said, and for configuration information, maybe the most important thing with these setup tables is, please don't add code when we have the ability, when you are creating your PTE or app source app, when you are creating your application, consider that the user needs a setup driven application, and the correct use of this pattern, having the setup in the application area plus setup, music management setup, or whichever name of your application setup, it makes it easy for the user to change a configuration. It could be a tax, the tax percentage. The government wakes up one day, they say that the percentage now has moved from 16 to 16.1. If now a developer is needed to do that change, then that's risky. But following this pattern, even number series, so that the user can change whenever they want, then makes the application extensible and able to scale with changes and adapt to small changes, that regulatory changes and small changes that happen from time to time. Again, we are done with the tables. I'll see you in the next video.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.